Now on CoastTV News.
A sewer bill hike, why Rehoboth Beach commissioners could vote for an increase, and drug arrest in Seaford, details from police about the chase to get the suspect.
With a windy evening here along the coast, I'll let you know just how long this windy weather will persist. Coming up in just a few moments.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us here for CoastTV News at 11. The Milford School District posted a message on its Facebook earlier this evening stating that all campuses will have increased security and police after the school and district received what is called credible threats on Thursday, though it's not entirely clear what those threats were at this time. The district says there is still an ongoing police investigation and they are doing everything to keep all students and staff safe. And as you begin your work week, here are some traffic closures to keep in mind. A road closure will be coming to Millsboro. DelDOT says Patriots Way between Fox Run Road and Route 113 will be closed starting tomorrow. The closure is for the construction of an intersection related to the Millsboro Bypass project. The agency says detours will be posted to help drivers on the roadways. And look out for closures in lanes in Selbyville along Route 113 between Clendaniel Avenue and Gumboro Road starting tomorrow. Over in Georgetown, Shortley Road between Kings Road and East Piney Grove Road will be closed from Tuesday to the 19th for pipe replacement. And as we take a live look into Milford, our First Alert meteorologist Alex Seymour joins us. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening. We've got a pretty windy evening here along the coast. The windy conditions we've been dealing with for much of the daytime hours today, they have continued into these late hours. So as I take a live look out on our Boardwalk Plaza Hotel camera in Rehoboth Beach, you may see the camera shake at times. We've been seeing winds gust over 30 to 40 miles per hour at times. Right now, sustained winds 5 miles per hour, but the reason for that is the weather station is actually located right on the dune, and the buildings are blocking the wind since they are coming from the west, and it's east of those buildings on the boardwalk, so it's causing those winds to be a little bit lighter there in Rehoboth Beach. At least the weather station read lighter winds, even though winds are gusting quite a bit higher than that. 38 degrees right now in Rehoboth Beach. Live radar also showing a little bit of shower activity passing through the region. Some showers, maybe even mixing in with a few snowflakes passing through parts of the area in and around Millsboro and in and around Lewis. That's going to continue for about an hour or so before everything completely clears out of the area. It was all associated with that cold front that moved through the area with that big just burst of wind that we saw earlier this evening, but the winds still not completely calmed down across the area. Not as bad as what they were probably 3-4 hours ago, but they're still pretty gusty out there, gusting to 17 miles per hour in Bethany Beach, 23 miles per hour in Georgetown. We've got a 40 mile per hour wind gust in Millsboro, and Salisbury still gusting to about 44 miles per hour winds. Temperatures, I should say, down into the 30s and 40s, and they're going to continue to fall throughout the overnight hours along with those wind chills. So by the time you wake up tomorrow morning and head out the door, wind chills in the 20s, so bundle up.
The environmental group Sussex Preservation Coalition is holding a free public meeting on Tuesday. The group is dedicated to protecting the environment and open space. This meeting will focus on DelDOT's lessons from the 5 points and coastal corridor studies and plans for Route 9 improvements. The meeting is 7 to 8:30 p.m. at the Lewis Library. And the town of Dewey Beach introduced a new ordinance aimed at updating its marijuana laws. According to the proposal, possession and use of small amounts of weed less than 1 ounce will result in a $200 fine. The town says this would align with Delaware's more lenient state laws. Town officials will discuss this ordinance on Friday. And the city of Lewis is making some changes to its rules about how much of a property can be covered by buildings and other structures. The mayor and city council want to talk about these changes with the people who live there. They're looking at making sure there's enough open space and that everything is safe and healthy for the community. There's going to be a meeting about that tomorrow. And money change may come to Bethany Beach as the town prepares for its fiscal year 2025 budget plan. If approved, the budget will start on April 1st and end on March 31st of next year. The town plans to spend over $13.7 million, as a bit more than last year. According to the town, a part of the plan includes raising the cost of trash services to help pay for things like better wages for workers and new trash trucks. This means trash fees will go up, but the town promises even better trash pickup and recycling services for everyone. There's also money set aside for fixing streets, adding new technology, and other town improvement projects. A public meeting for the proposed plan is set for tomorrow before a final decision is made on Friday. And on Friday around 11 p.m., the Seaford Police Department arrested 22-year-old Schweitzer Destin from Seaford. Police say Destin was riding a bike without a light when an officer approached him and he ran away. While chasing Destin, the officer fell, hurting his leg, but another officer caught Destin. While searching the man, police say they found bags suspected to be heroin and crack cocaine. Destin was charged with multiple crimes, including possession of a controlled substance. And overseas, the rush to get aid inside Gaza is growing more urgent, as millions of Palestinians are at risk for humanitarian crisis there. NBC's Molly Hunter shows us the new efforts underway to bring aid to the Strip.
Setting off from Cyprus this weekend, yet another international effort to get aid into Gaza even faster. A joint mission between the Spanish organization Open Arms and Chef Jose Andres' World Central Kitchen.
The Open Arms you can see behind me is getting ready to set sail to deliver food aid into Gaza.
The Open Arms will travel about 200 miles through a newly secured maritime corridor to reach an undisclosed location in Gaza. While today, U.S. airdrops continued parachuting food pallets into northern Gaza. But on Friday, Palestinian officials said at least 5 people were killed, not by Israeli bombs, but by aid pallets crashing from the sky, falling rapidly, the parachutes failing, but the U.S. says all of its aid landed safely. On the ground, desperation. Aziz Abdullah says they've been waiting for hours, but it's not enough for his family of 7. As famine stalks northern Gaza, UNICEF says children are already starving to death. This comes as the U.S. announced a new plan to build a temporary pier off the coast of Gaza. The Pentagon says it could take up to 2 months, requiring 1,000 U.S. troops. International organizations say President Biden should instead pressure Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu to allow more aid in by road. Israel says it's not preventing aid from getting to the people who need it most. The UN's Special Rapporteur on the Right to Food, Michael Fakhri, calling airdrops and the pier plan absurd and a performance to meet a domestic audience. More evidence of the peril from airdrops posted to social media today, highlighting the risk of what was meant for relief. And tonight, inside Israel, hostage families running out of patience. And with the Muslim holy month of Ramadan about to begin, there's no ceasefire in sight. Molly Hunter, NBC News.
If you live in Rehoboth, you may see another one of your bills going up. According to city commissioners, they could vote to increase sewer water fees by 28%, costing roughly $4 more per 1,000 gallons of water. The city says this increase would apply to both residential and commercial properties. Officials say the fee increase will help pay for the city's current wastewater treatment plant improvement project, which will cost the city a total of $70 million. One property owner in Rehoboth Beach says while he's not happy about it, he also doesn't think there's much that can be done.
It's inevitable. You have no voice, so you just have to go along with it or move away. We've moved away from one inflated state to come here.
The city says Rehoboth is one of few municipalities that has its own wastewater treatment plant, which is expensive to build and maintain. Rehoboth Beach Mayor and Commissioners will continue to talk about this proposal at the March 15th regular meeting. And coming up, a big debate between people in Angola and a pretty well-known gas station chain.
A much warmer and drier week on the way to the coast. I'll let you know when the warmest weather will arrive. Coming up after the break.
Going solar can be a big investment. We provide quality equipment and first-rate warranties.
Let Solaire be your trusted advisor. We can provide you with a no-cost proposal, a second opinion, which could save you significant money.
Solaire helped us through the permitting, financing, and grant process. They offer a quality product at a fair price.
Whether you have a business, a farm, or a residential home, give us the opportunity to show you what we can offer.
Please give Solaire a call today. You'll be shocked at the savings.
I'll take a grande, no foam, triple cap, double pump vanilla latte with 3.5 ice cubes, slightly shaken, extra whip.
Yeah, that's going to be an upcharge.
Great! This one is on my Kasasa cashback checking account. Kasasa pays me cash back on everyday debit card purchases, plus refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. Go on, take back banking and treat yourself to monthly cash rewards.
Kasasa checking is proudly offered at County Bank.
Well, the winds are still cranking out the door this evening, and we're going to continue with these windy conditions likely for another 24 hours before they really start to wind down. Right now, as I take a live look out on a Boardwalk Plaza hotel camera in Rehoboth Beach, you can probably just ignore that 5-mile-per-hour current conditions there in Rehoboth Beach. The reason for that is there's a weather station. The Dios weather station is located right on the dunes in Rehoboth Beach. To the west, where the winds are coming out of, all the tall buildings in Rehoboth Beach, that's blocking those winds. Rehoboth Beach, if you're standing on the avenue, looking down, you'd be seeing 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts blowing in your face. So it's a very windy evening there in Rehoboth Beach. Temp sitting right around 38 degrees right now. So wind chills are down into the 20s already. You are going to want to bundle up overnight tonight heading into that morning commute on Monday. Temperatures all across the region, upper 30s to right around 40 degrees, 38 in Rehoboth Beach, 38 in Lewis, 40 in Milton, 40 degrees in Georgetown. The winds, they are gusting as high as 40 miles per hour in Rehoboth Beach currently. We're gusting to 44 in Salisbury, 37 miles per hour in Ocean City. Areas of some lighter wind gusts out there, 19 mile per hour wind gusts in Milford, but plenty of us going to be seeing those patchy areas of those winds where they just really gust out, and we see those winds upwards of 40 miles per hour. That's going to continue through tomorrow afternoon. So hopefully you brought anything that could get blown around indoors already. It was probably already blown away if you hadn't today. If not, well, hopefully you brought it in by now, because we're going to continue with those conditions. Live radar, not a whole lot going on, just a few patchy showers, maybe a few snow flurries mixing in right now. Still stretches back off to our north and west, so we're going to continue to deal with that for about another hour, but a lot of it is starting to fall apart, and that's going to continue to be the case as we head towards Monday morning. Monday morning, sky is completely clear, temps down into the mid-30s. It's still going to be windy though, so those wind chills are going to be down into the low 20s, so you're going to want to bundle up. We do climb back into the 50s though as we head towards Monday afternoon, but it's still windy, so it's still going to feel pretty cool out there as we head towards Monday afternoon. Tuesday, take a look at that. We're going to be warming up quite nicely into the mid-60s. Talk about those wind gusts. We'll tip those wind gusts. We're going to be talking about those wind gusts 30, 40 miles per hour. This is 6:30 Monday morning. But there's that secondary burst of those winds as we head into the afternoon hours. Again, 39 mile per hour wind gusts in Dewey Beach, 37 mile per hour in Fenwick Island, 39 in Millsboro. So another burst of those strong, gusty winds. So if you're hoping that those winds are going to die down tomorrow, you're going to have to wait at least another day. Once we head towards Tuesday, conditions certainly should begin to improve. Wind chill's already down in the 20s right now, but they're going to go even lower as we head towards that Monday morning commute. 7 a.m. Monday morning. It's going to feel like 22 degrees in Lewis, 22 in Georgetown, 22 in Selbyville. Really, low 20s across the board. Have those extra layers on as you head out the door Monday morning. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast, though, shows that those chilly temps not going to last for long. 54 by the afternoon hour, 64 Tuesday afternoon. Then we're talking about highs in the 70s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
A rural farms location on Angola Road and Route 24 has caused quite a stir in the Angola community before. But now the gas station is campaigning for the convenience store to get approved by County Council. CoastTV's Charles Reiner shows us why people are worried and why Royal Farms says this is a needed addition.
These are the site plans for a controversial Royal Farms on Route 24 and Angola Road. But the problems with the seemingly run-of-the-mill gas station go deeper than you might think.
As a business, they certainly run a good business. The problem is location.
On top of the concerns with the proposed location bringing even more traffic to an already busy Route 24, the plot of land is near a well water source for dozens of people. A meeting tonight among locals discussed these concerns and drew a large crowd, including state politicians.
There's a wellhead that is serves 23 communities that's very close to the location of the of the gas station, and sooner or later there's going to be a spill at some point, and so I think that that's very problematic.
Royal Farms isn't exactly staying quiet through all these criticisms, though. The gas station chain started a website called AngolaRofo.com, where people can sign a petition supporting the location and even send a message in favor to the county council. The company says they are aware of these concerns and are planning to address them, saying, quote, "A comprehensive traffic impact analysis has been concluded, ensuring safety and service levels on nearby roads are prioritized. We strategically position our fuel system with careful consideration for natural resources, utilizing advanced technology in compliance with EPA and Delaware DNREC guidelines to maximize distance from Sarah Run." End quote. But not everyone is convinced.
I think that we just really need to take a good look at this, and hopefully their application will be disapproved.
This isn't the first time this plot of land has come under fire, as a 7-Eleven was proposed here a few years back. But that idea was shot down by the county. According to that Royal Farms website, there is quite a few big dates coming on for this proposed location, including a community workshop at the Lewis Public Library on April 9th and a Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission public hearing on April 24th. I'm Charles Reinhardt in Angola, CoastTV News.
DNREC's mosquito control is gearing up for its annual battle against the first wave of biting mosquitoes in Delaware. Starting Friday, weather permitting, efforts will begin in Sussex County, targeting up to 10,000 acres of woodland pools with the helicopter-applied chemicals. DNREC says this eco-friendly bacteria-derived solution is EPA approved and poses no significant risk to humans, wildlife, or the environment. This initiative helps reduce the population of mosquitoes that emerge in the spring. And curious about possible wind farms off the coast and coming onshore in Delaware? Delaware State Parks is hosting a meeting to talk about how the transmission lines could come onto 3 R's Beach in Delaware Seashore State Park and affect recreational activities. According to a release from DNREC, the project includes installing up to 121 turbines. Last December, Governor John Carney began formal negotiations with U.S. Wind to lease state park land so offshore energy can get to a regional power grid. The informational event is set for 4 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday at Bethany Beach Town Hall. And we have all things health, wealth, and lifestyle on Coast Life right before your evening news on Coast TV at 5. Here's a look at what's coming up tomorrow.
Hope you had a great weekend, everybody. Here's what's happening Monday at 4 on Coast Life.
If you need a little levity in your day, we've got some jokes for you with our joke jar.
And spring is coming. It's time to freshen up your look. We are talking to Rehoboth Beauty Boutique about what trends are in, which ones are fading out.
And when it comes to keeping your vision, maybe the status up to date, or just keeping your eyes healthy, we're chatting with Wink Vision.
All that and more Monday at 4 on Coast Life.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
Bright yellow dandelions, a clear signal that the time for prevention is now, for crabgrass and clover are soon to follow. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for over 30 years. They don't mow it, they grow it. Hillside certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
A wet crawl space is a lurking hazard, inviting mold, rot, and structural worries. The answer is Brazier's Crawl Space Encapsulation. Our specialist tailors the solution to your exact crawl space. Our expert team cleans and upgrades your crawl space into a pristine, protected environment, and we only use April Air dehumidifiers, reliable and robust, complete with a 5-year warranty. Take the first step to a drier, safer home. Call Brazier's or visit our website. Your peace of mind is just one call away.
Plumbing problems?
If your toilet won't flush and your water stops running, pick up the phone and call East Coast Plumbing.
Heating problems?
If it's cold outside and the heater's not running, pick up the phone and call East Coast Plumbing.
Marital problems? Yeah, call that guy.
If your toilet won't flush and your water stops running, pick up the phone and call East Coast Plumbing.
For all your plumbing and heating needs.
Meet Bill Warzigers. He has been rolling up his sleeves to donate blood for more than 30 years. He has made more than 700 donations and contributed the equivalent of 176 gallons of blood to patients in need. When he donates, he often takes a handmade quilt that is patched together by different shirts he's collected from all the blood drives he's participated in. Warzager says it's a pleasure to give blood, and he encourages those who can to do the same. And a drug to treat ALS may be pulled from the market. The manufacturer of Relivrio says the drug failed a large clinical trial. Officials say after 48 weeks, the medication did not show significant improvement for ALS patients' ability to breathe, swallow, or speak. It also did not improve patient-reported quality of life, overall survival, or respiratory function. The company says for now the drug is available, but it has stopped promoting it. Studies say about 30,000 people in the U.S. suffer from ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. And access to mental health services has long been a challenge for older Americans. And though Medicare's population has more than doubled over the past few decades, the number of mental health care providers has not. But an expansion in coverage is looking to change that. NBC's Valerie Castro looks at how the move will affect seniors and prospective providers.
75-year-old Juana Peña has a community of support in New York City, but she needed more than those friendships to get her through dark times.
Tenía mucha tristeza. La muerte de mi hijo, la muerte de mi hermana también que murió, que todo eso me tenía bastante triste a mí.
Peña is one of 65 million Medicare beneficiaries across the country, the coverage giving her access to mental health services after a referral from her doctor.
How are you feeling now that you have found someone that can provide this care for you?
Mira que me ha mejorado bastante, como que me siento que ya estoy más tranquila.
For decades, Medicare has only covered mental health services provided by psychologists, psychiatrists, psychiatric nurses, and licensed clinical social workers. That group excluded approximately 40% of the country's mental health workforce.
It really was a big problem. Folks on Medicare are usually on Social Security or they're retired, so they have maybe less access to be able to pay for services out of pocket.
Now Medicare is expanding its coverage, hoping to add 400,000 licensed mental health counselors and marriage and family therapists to the list of providers, while increasing reimbursement rates for some services, all making care more accessible for seniors. But for providers, just opting into the system can be an obstacle.
A lot of people are afraid. They think it's really complicated. They think it doesn't pay well. And I think some folks are still just kind of like on the fence and not sure what to do.
Gabrielle Juliano Villani is a consultant who helps providers navigate enrollment. She says opting in requires a tedious application that can take hours to complete. As of February, roughly 21,000 mental health care providers have enrolled in Medicare since the expansion. It's less than 1% of those now eligible. But Juliano Villani says the payoff is reflected in the increased demand for her services, and she's encouraging other providers to learn more.
Take the time to do the research, what it would look like for your practice and for your state, because you might be surprised on what the rates are.
Some therapists, like Andrea Brugnano, already working to serve older adults thanks to these new guidelines.
The second that Medicare allowed for my licensure type to be able to accept Medicare, I knew that it was time to apply to be a Medicare provider.
The expansion comes amid a mental health crisis brought on by the pandemic. 1 in 5 older adults experienced a variety of mental health issues due to COVID-19, according to the National Council on Aging.
When someone is going through a life transition, that's usually the time that they need mental health services.
Peña says her treatment has included art therapy, and she now hopes her experience encourages others to sign up for services.
Las que necesitan, que cojan Medicaid, Medicare, que también lo pueden ayudar bastante como me están ayudando a mí.
Valerie Castro, NBC News.
Do you live near Greenwood, and are you in need of some health services? Well, on Tuesday, the Delaware Health and Social Services Division of Public Health will have a mobile health unit available outside of Town Hall for people to take advantage of. The mobile unit will provide services including COVID-19 testing and vaccinations and diabetes scanning. There will also be community resources and educational materials available. The unit will be stationed from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And coming up, future garages in Ocean City may be getting an upgrade.
Teens have drama.
One more minute!
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
As a veteran, you want to share your experiences with other people, and you want them to share theirs with you.
It's important for me to be here and tell my story, and if I can inspire one person, then I've done my part. It doesn't get any better than that.
Go Glass. Repair, replace, upgrade, or enhance. Go Glass is your go-to for everything glass, friendly and fast. From our Infinity insulated glass windows that we bake right here on Delmarva, to auto glass, and from shower doors to beautiful glass railings, even screen porches and patio doors. Go Glass is your one-stop shop for everything glass, friendly and fast. Online at go-glass.com. We're proud to be Delmarva's #1 glass company. Go Glass.
From the time that I established Garlic Builders, I instilled certain core values into my company, like I learned in the military. The #1 approach that I instill in my team is a client-first mentality. The relationship with the client goes far beyond the construction process. Years down the road, I want to be able to grab a cup of coffee or grab dinner and reconnect. For so many, this has been a dream of theirs to own a beach house, and it brings great joy to us to be able to be that bridge, to be able to make their dream finally come true. We're a family of builders, Garlic Builders, homes built with honor.
Have you seen those crazy HVAC deals? Don't fall for that. At Above and Beyond Service Heating and Cooling, we just don't make promises, we deliver results. With our Peace of Mind maintenance agreement, you can rest assured we will keep up with your system throughout the year. We're a local company. You're not just a customer, you're our neighbor. Take advantage of our 0% finance for up to 72 months or up to $3,000 in rebates on a new train system. Call Above and Beyond Services to keep your family comfortable. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Join a global team of dreamers, doers, and inventors at one of the largest biotech manufacturing companies in the world right here in Millsboro, Delaware. Start your career with Merck and Quality Control. We offer competitive pay, health insurance, tuition reimbursement, 401k, pension plan, and annual bonuses.
I graduated from Salisbury University and started here as an entry-level lab tech, and now I'm on the leadership team. Merck is an excellent company to work for with unlimited growth potential.
Join Merck and be a part of a bigger story. Apply online today.
The Ocean City Council and Planning Commission advances a proposal that would make an impact on future garages in Ocean City. The purpose change focuses on increasing the dimension of enclosed parking spaces on lots over 50 feet wide to 12 by 24 feet. The current requirement in Ocean City is 10 by 21 feet for lots over 50 feet wide. Some of the Council and Planning Commission members believe that making this change will add more space for cars to stay inside the garage, as well as leave more room for storage. Jay Hastings, who has done construction in Ocean City for over 40 years, says that this might affect the second level of future homes in Ocean City.
Ocean City has a height restriction on homes, from my understanding. It could be 32, 36 feet tall. You go and add 12-foot garages and into the homes, then that cuts down on the height of the second floor.
The proposed changes to the garage parking spaces in Ocean City are now heading to its first reading with more detailed outline of what those changes might look like. And the first image of Princess Kate of Wales has been released since she underwent abdominal surgery in January. The picture shows the royal with her children at Windsor, but it's not clear when it was taken. In the post, she thanked the public for their kind wishes and continued support over the last 2 months. The exact cause of her surgery has not been disclosed. And a beekeeper in North Carolina says someone stole some of his precious colonies of bees from his yard. It's unclear exactly when the theft in Brunswick County happened. Ken Edgar says he recently visited his bee yard and noticed between 15 and 30 colonies were missing. Each colony holds anywhere from 60 to 100,000 bees. So Edgar believes the thief took more than 1 million bees. Edgar says a bee colony can sell for about $200 on the black market. He plans to build a new bee yard and put it in place where no one can steal it.
A spring-like week on the way to the coast. I'll have a final check on your first look weather forecast coming up just after the break.
Welcome to Outlet Liquors on Route 1 in Rehoboth, the third largest liquor store in America. Choose from 9,000 different wines, 600 beers, and the largest selection of vodka, whiskey, and tequila. We've got professional wine and spirit experts to help you find what you're looking for. Plenty of cheeses, crackers, and chocolate for the perfect charcuterie board. Don't forget to sign up for the VIP program. Visit Outlet Liquors in Rehoboth today.
Monday at 4 on Coast Life. Shield your vision and style with the essential guide to sunglasses and UV protection. Then stay ahead of the curve with the newest fashion trends for both men and women. Coast Life, Monday at 4 on Coast TV.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
It's always a good time to protect and improve your home's value. At Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, our highly trained experts are dedicated to creating beautiful, durable floors at a fair, honest price. And most jobs are completed in just one day. Our multi-step process uses heavy-duty, high-precision equipment to create gorgeous floors that stand the test of time. 4 times stronger than epoxy and resistant to abrasions, chemicals, and UV damage. And all residential applications are backed by a lifetime warranty. Call to schedule your free estimate. Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
Chesapeake Healthcare welcomes new adult medicine doctors to their team. Dr. Mitchell Gittleman and his associates are accepting new patients at their office at Winter Place Parkway in Salisbury. Chesapeake Healthcare also expanded their adult medicine team to accept new patients in Pocomoke and their office in Berlin. Together, Chesapeake Healthcare offers an expansive team of adult medicine doctors and practitioners across the Lower Shore in Salisbury, Princess Anne, Berlin, and Pocomoke. Call the office near you today to schedule your appointment.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Well, we're still dealing with those very windy conditions out the door this evening. We've been dealing with those winds gusting over 40 miles per hour at times, even as high as 50 miles per hour at times throughout the evening hours and throughout much of the day today. And that continues at this late hour this evening as we take a live look out on our Tidal Health Peninsula Regional camera in Salisbury. Still seeing those sustained winds around 18 miles per hour out of the west, gusting even higher than that. Temperatures down to about 42 degrees, so wind chills in the upper 20s, so you're certainly going to want to bundle up if you do have to head out late tonight, or as you're heading out early Monday morning. Those wind chills are going to be down into the low 20s, so have those extra layers on Monday morning. The good news is warmer weather is going to be returning to the area over the next few days. If you want to get our Coast TV First Alert weather forecast, well, a pretty easy way to do it is just by calling that Coast TV weather line, 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Fortunately, if you're hoping for the forecast to get rid of that wind, not going to happen on Monday. Monday, we're talking about temps climbing up to about 54 degrees, lots of sunshine, but the wind's still going to be gusting over 40 miles per hour throughout the daytime hours. So Monday, looking like a pretty cool day. But if you like spring, well, we've got some good news this week. 64 degrees on Tuesday, and then it just continues to climb all week long, up to 70 degrees by Wednesday afternoon. Mostly sunny skies. 72 on Thursday, 75 degrees on Friday. So we're finally going to get a pretty extended stretch of sunshine and just overall warmer temperatures across the region. Rain, though, that is going to return to the area Friday night heading into Saturday morning. Cold front's going to move through the area, drop those temps into the mid-60s, and then we get much cooler as we head towards next week with highs returning to the 50s Tuesday and Wednesday.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11, and be sure to join us tomorrow at 5 a.m. for Coast TV News Today. Have a great night.